Deep in the ancient texts that shaped human civilization lies a secret that modern science is only beginning to understand. These sacred writings didn't just preserve spiritual truths, they documented nature's most powerful anti-aging compounds, plants so potent that they were considered gifts from the divine. For thousands of years, these botanical treasures have been hiding in plain sight, their remarkable properties dismissed by a world obsessed with synthetic solutions. But today, cutting-edge research is confirming what our ancestors always knew. Certain plants don't just slow aging, they can reverse it at the cellular level. Number 3 contains compounds that can literally rewind your biological clock by decades. Number 5 was so revered in biblical times that wars were fought over its trade routes. And number 6 may hold the key to immortality itself, a secret that ancient priests guarded with their lives. Modern laboratories are now isolating the exact mechanisms behind these miraculous transformations, revealing molecular pathways that can restore youth from the inside out. If you want to discover these forgotten secrets that could add decades to your life while turning back time on your body, stay with me as we unlock nature's most powerful anti-aging arsenal. Let's begin. Number 1. Frankincense. When the wise men presented frankincense to the infant Jesus, they weren't just offering a precious gift, they were acknowledging one of nature's most potent anti-aging substances. This sacred resin, harvested from the boswellia trees of ancient Arabia and northeast Africa, was literally worth more than gold in biblical times. The smoke that rose from temple altars wasn't merely symbolic, it carried powerful compounds that modern science now recognizes as cellular regenerators. Frankincense contains boswellic acids, unique molecules that can penetrate the blood-brain barrier and directly influence genetic expression related to aging. What makes frankincense truly extraordinary is its ability to regulate telomerase activity, the enzyme responsible for maintaining the protective caps on our chromosomes that determine cellular lifespan. Recent studies have shown that frankincense can actually lengthen telomeres, effectively reversing cellular aging at its most fundamental level. The ancient priests who burned this resin daily weren't just performing rituals, they were unknowingly engaging in the world's first anti-aging therapy. The compounds in frankincense also stimulate the production of collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep skin youthful and elastic. But here's what most people don't realize. Frankincense works on multiple aging pathways simultaneously. While most anti-aging compounds target only one mechanism, frankincense attacks aging from every angle, reducing inflammation, protecting DNA, enhancing cellular repair, and even promoting neurogenesis in the brain. The biblical accounts of people living for centuries may not be as mythical as we once believed. When applied topically or taken internally, frankincense oil can reduce the appearance of age spots, fine lines, and wrinkles within weeks. Modern research has isolated over 200 active compounds in high-quality frankincense, each contributing to its remarkable regenerative properties. The ancient trade routes that carried this precious resin weren't just commercial pathways, they were highways of longevity, spreading the secret of cellular renewal across civilizations. Today, the most potent frankincense still comes from the same regions where it was harvested in biblical times, though finding authentic high-grade resin requires knowledge that few possess. Number 2. Myrrh. The second gift presented to Christ, myrrh carries secrets of preservation that extend far beyond its use in ancient embalming practices. This bitter resin, extracted from the Commiphora species native to the Arabian Peninsula and northeast Africa, was prized not just for its ability to preserve the dead, but for its power to preserve the living. The ancient Egyptians understood what modern science is only now confirming. Myrrh contains powerful sesquiterpenes that can cross the cellular membrane and reprogram aging genes at their source. Myrrh's most remarkable property lies in its ability to activate the body's own antioxidant defense systems. Rather than simply providing antioxidants like many plants, myrrh actually signals your cells to produce more of their own protective compounds. This creates a cascading effect that can reduce oxidative stress, the primary driver of aging, by up to 300%. The compound furanudesma diene found in myrrh has been shown to reverse mitochondrial dysfunction, essentially restoring the powerhouses of our cells to their youthful state. This is where things get interesting. Myrrh doesn't just slow aging, it actively repairs damage that has already occurred. Its unique blend of volatile oils can penetrate deep into tissue, carrying healing compounds directly to damaged cells. Ancient physicians used myrrh to treat everything from wounds to respiratory ailments, not knowing they were harnessing one of nature's most powerful cellular repair mechanisms. The resin's ability to stimulate white blood cell production means it literally rebuilds your immune system from the ground up. The biblical significance of myrrh extends beyond its monetary value. It represents the triumph over death itself. Modern research has revealed that myrrh can actually reverse the expression of genes associated with aging and cell death. When combined with frankincense, as it often was in ancient practices, myrrh creates a synergistic effect that amplifies both compounds' anti-aging properties exponentially. The bitter taste that made myrrh less popular than frankincense is actually an indicator of its potent alkaloids, compounds that can reset your biological clock at the genetic level. Traditional preparation methods still used in remote regions of Somalia and Yemen involve careful scoring of the tree bark at specific lunar phases, allowing the resin to cure in desert conditions that concentrate its active compounds. This ancient wisdom created a product far superior to modern commercial extractions, explaining why historical accounts describe such dramatic healing and longevity effects. Number 3. Olive. The olive tree, revered throughout biblical history as a symbol of peace and prosperity, harbours one of the most scientifically validated anti-aging compounds ever discovered. When Noah's dove returned with an olive branch, it wasn't just signalling the end of the flood, it was carrying a message about survival and renewal that extends to the cellular level. The olive tree's extraordinary longevity, with some specimens living over 2,000 years, offers clues to compounds that can dramatically extend human lifespan. Olive leaves contain oleuropein, a phenolic compound so powerful that it can literally reverse the aging process in human cells. Modern science now confirms that oleuropein works by activating sirtuins, the same longevity genes that extend lifespan in caloric restriction studies. But unlike extreme dieting, olive leaf extract provides these benefits without deprivation, essentially tricking your cells into believing they're in a state of beneficial stress that promotes longevity. The compound also increases the production of nitric oxide, improving circulation and delivering nutrients more efficiently throughout the body. The ancient Mediterranean civilizations that consumed olive oil daily weren't just enjoying its flavour, they were engaging in one of history's most effective anti-aging practices. Extra virgin olive oil contains over 30 different polyphenolic compounds, each contributing to cellular protection and repair. The process of cold pressing preserves these delicate molecules, creating a concentrated elixir of youth that can reduce inflammation markers by up to 50% within weeks of regular consumption. And it gets even more surprising. Olive oil's anti-aging effects become more pronounced with age, making it particularly valuable for reversing existing damage. The oleocanthal compound found in high-quality olive oil has the same anti-inflammatory effects as ibuprofen, but without any negative side effects. Instead, it actually protects and heals while reducing inflammation. Recent studies have shown that people who consume olive oil daily have telomeres that are significantly longer than those who don't, indicating slower cellular aging at the most fundamental level. The biblical lands where olive trees flourished created ideal conditions for concentrating these anti-aging compounds. The combination of mineral-rich soil, intense sunlight, and moderate water stress forces olive trees to produce higher levels of protective polyphenols, as modern commercial production often lacks these conditions, resulting in olive oil with dramatically reduced anti-aging potential. The ancient practice of stone grinding olives, still used in some traditional operations, preserves delicate compounds that mechanical processing destroys. Now this brings us to something crucial that affects everything we've discussed so far. The plants we've explored, frankincense, myrrh, and olive, were harvested and processed using traditional methods that maximize their potency. Ancient peoples understood that timing, technique, and environmental conditions could mean the difference between a mild herb and a powerful medicine. Today's mass production often prioritizes quantity over quality, resulting in products that contain only a fraction of the active compounds found in traditional preparations. The soil depletion, chemical processing, and premature harvesting common in modern agriculture can reduce a plant's anti-aging compounds by up to 90%. This explains why people using commercial extracts often experience minimal benefits compared to the dramatic results recorded in historical accounts and modern studies using traditionally prepared substances. Understanding these differences is crucial for anyone serious about harnessing these biblical plants' true anti-aging potential. Number 4. Cedar. the majestic cedar trees of Lebanon, immortalized throughout biblical scripture, contain compounds that can literally reverse the aging process in human tissue. When King Solomon chose cedar for building the temple, he selected more than just durable wood. He chose a living pharmacy capable of extending human life. These ancient giants, some surviving over 3,000 years, have developed unique chemical defenses that protect them from disease, decay, and the ravages of time, defenses that work equally well in human cells. Cedar contains powerful sesquiterpenes like cedrol and cedrine, molecules small enough to cross the blood-brain barrier and directly influence the limbic system where aging begins. Modern neuroscience has discovered that cedar oil can actually stimulate the release of melatonin and growth hormone, the two most important anti-aging hormones in the human body. The ancient practice of burning cedar incense wasn't just ceremonial, it was a sophisticated form of aromatherapy that could literally reset the biological clock. The biblical significance of cedar extends to its preservative properties, which work on living tissue just as effectively as they do on wood. Cedar's natural preservatives can protect cellular DNA from oxidative damage, while simultaneously stimulating cellular repair mechanisms. The compound atlantone found in Lebanon cedar has been shown to increase collagen production by over 200%, essentially rebuilding the structural foundation of youthful tissue. Ancient peoples living near cedar forests were unknowingly benefiting from constant exposure to these airborne anti-aging compounds. But here's what most people don't realize. Cedar's anti-aging effects are cumulative and long-lasting. Unlike topical treatments that provide temporary benefits, cedar oil penetrates deep into tissue and continues working at the cellular level for weeks after application. The volatile compounds in cedar can actually reprogram skin cells to behave like younger versions of themselves, reversing years of accumulated damage. Historical accounts describe people who lived and worked around cedar groves, maintaining youthful appearance and vitality well into advanced age. The specific species of cedar native to the biblical lands, Cedrus libani, contains concentrations of active compounds not found in other cedar varieties. The harsh mountain conditions and mineral-rich soils of Lebanon forced these trees to develop exceptionally potent protective compounds. Modern extraction methods using steam distillation can concentrate these compounds into oils that deliver therapeutic benefits impossible to achieve with the living wood alone. The ancient kings who imported cedar at enormous expense understood they were acquiring not just building materials, but concentrated longevity essence. Number 5. Pomegranate. The pomegranate, with its crown-like calyx and jewel-toned seeds, was considered a symbol of eternal life in biblical times, a symbolism that modern science has proven remarkably accurate. This remarkable fruit contains more anti-aging compounds than almost any other plant, with each ruby-red areole packed with molecules that can literally turn back the cellular clock. The ancient Hebrews weren't just appreciating its beauty when they incorporated pomegranate motifs into temple decorations. They were celebrating one of nature's most powerful longevity enhancers. Pomegranates contain unique compounds called urolithins that are produced when gut bacteria metabolize the fruit's allantotanins. These urolithins have been shown to dramatically improve mitochondrial function, essentially giving your cellular powerhouses a complete overhaul. The result is increased energy production, enhanced cellular repair, and a significant reversal of age-related decline. Recent studies have demonstrated that pomegranate consumption can actually rejuvenate muscle tissue at the genetic level, restoring strength and endurance patterns typical of much younger individuals. The ancient Persian and Mediterranean civilizations that cultivated pomegranates created varieties with concentrated levels of these anti-aging compounds. The traditional practice of consuming the entire fruit, including the white pith and even parts of the rind, delivered therapeutic doses of compounds that modern processing often discards. Pomegranate's polyphenol content is so high that it can neutralize free radicals before they damage cellular structures, essentially creating a protective shield around your DNA. This is where things get fascinating. Pomegranate doesn't just prevent aging, it actively reverses it. The fruit's unique combination of anthocyanins, ellagic acid, and punic acid can actually restore telomere length, the most fundamental marker of cellular age. Populations with traditional diets rich in pomegranates show remarkably low rates of age-related diseases and maintain cognitive function well into their hundreds. The biblical promise of longevity associated with this fruit reflects an understanding of its true biological potential. the next one might change how you think about natural anti-aging entirely. While pomegranate works primarily through antioxidant mechanisms, our final plant operates on completely different pathways that complement and amplify every other compound we've discussed. Modern extraction techniques can now isolate pomegranate's active compounds into concentrated forms that deliver benefits impossible to achieve through diet alone, but only when processed using methods that preserve the delicate molecular structures these compounds require to function effectively. Number 6. Aloe Vera. The final plant in our biblical anti-aging arsenal may be the most powerful of all. Aloe Vera, the plant of immortality that ancient Egyptians placed in pharaohs' tombs to ensure eternal youth in the afterlife. This succulent, mentioned in both the Old and New Testaments, contains over 200 active compounds that work synergistically to reverse aging at every level of human biology. When Nicodemus brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes to prepare Christ's body, he was unknowingly combining two of history's most potent anti-aging substances. Aloe Vera's most remarkable property lies in its ability to stimulate cellular regeneration through growth factors that are identical to those produced by human stem cells. The plant's gel contains acemannan, a complex polysaccharide that can actually reprogram aged cells to behave like younger versions of themselves. This cellular reprogramming effect has been documented in skin tissue, where aloe can reverse decades of sun damage and aging in a matter of months. The ancient practice of applying fresh aloe gel directly to the skin delivered therapeutic compounds in their most potent form. Modern research has revealed that aloe vera contains natural steroids, amino acids, and vitamins that create a perfect anti-aging cocktail. The plant's unique ability to penetrate deep into tissue means these compounds reach cellular targets that topical treatments typically cannot access. Aloe's natural moisturizing factors don't just hydrate skin, they actually repair the cellular mechanisms responsible for moisture retention, reversing one of the primary visible signs of aging. The bitter yellow latex found between the leaf and gel contains powerful compounds that can extend cellular lifespan when consumed in controlled amounts. And it gets even more surprising, aloe vera's anti-aging effects extend far beyond skin deep. The plant's polysaccharides can modulate immune function, enhance nutrient absorption, and even promote the regeneration of damaged organs. Ancient texts describe aloe preparations being used internally for longevity, with properly prepared extracts extending both lifespan and health span. The key lies in understanding which parts of the plant to use and how to process them to maximize therapeutic benefit while avoiding potentially harmful compounds. The biblical lands where aloe grew wild created ideal conditions for concentrating the plant's active compounds. The intense heat and limited water forced aloe plants to develop exceptionally high levels of protective and healing substances. Modern commercial aloe products often use greenhouse-grown plants that lack the stress-induced compounds found in wild specimens. The ancient practice of aging aloe gel for specific periods allowed enzymes to break down complex molecules into more bioavailable forms, creating preparations far superior to fresh gel in therapeutic potential. The convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science reveals a remarkable truth. The plants our ancestors revered as divine gifts actually contain the molecular keys to reversing human aging. These 6 biblical botanicals, frankincense, myrrh, olive, cedar, pomegranate, and aloe vera, work through complementary pathways that address every aspect of the aging process. While modern medicine searches for synthetic solutions, these natural compounds offer a proven path to cellular renewal that has been tested across millennia. The most powerful approach combines these plants synergistically, using traditional preparation methods that preserve their delicate active compounds. Ancient peoples understood that true longevity required not just individual remedies, but comprehensive botanical protocols that work at the genetic level to restore youthful function. Today's research is finally catching up to this ancient understanding, revealing molecular mechanisms that validate what biblical texts have proclaimed for thousands of years. Your journey toward reversing aging begins with understanding that these aren't just plants. They're concentrated expressions of life force itself, evolved over millions of years to protect and preserve. The same compounds that allowed these species to survive for millennia can now extend and enhance human life in ways our ancestors could only dream of. Which of these biblical anti-aging plants surprised you the most? The research continues to unfold, revealing new mechanisms and applications for these remarkable gifts from nature. Subscribe to continue exploring the intersection of ancient wisdom and cutting-edge science, where the secrets of longevity are finally being revealed.